Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here today. A little bit of a sit down chit chat, and yeah, that might be a little boring to some of you, but I love podcasting at heart, and I guess I could always upload this audio to my podcast, but I don't really want to know if I want to revive it right now. To be honest, like I don't know if I really want to go there. I got my pumpkin cream cold brew because they just came out with their fall flavors at Starbucks today, and I was like, I love this. Like, this is actually the only like pumpkin-y thing that I can handle in coffee, and I haven't tried it yet, so cheers. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, that did something for me. That made my life better. Today we are going to just have a little chit chat. I feel I have some notes of things that I wanted to talk about, and we'll just see where this takes us. Okay, so today's not that like super hype, fun, exciting thrill. It's just kind of like more low-key. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. I finally feel like it's starting to feel fall. Obviously, this drink, pumpkin spice around us in the air, it makes it feel like there's fall, you know, coming in our midst. Sadly, like, the weather is not fully there yet, but this week, it's only been highs of, like, 80, in the 80s. And that makes me feel so much better. Like, I'm sitting right now with no air conditioning on, which you guys can probably tell because the audio is probably way better than usual. So that's really nice, but I just don't know. I feel like it's going to kind of like fake us out because seasons no longer change gradually. They're just like boom. Like, I remember like winter to spring, it was kind of just all of a sudden one day you couldn't wear long sleeves. Okay, like no one really warned me that the hot weather was just suddenly upon us. But yeah, it was like one day it was cold and the next day you were sweating. And then it just never turned back. And I'm like, one, rude, and two, I hate summer. I just hate being hot. Like, I would much rather be cold, wear a sweater, be comfy, cozy. I just love sweater wear. Sweater wear. Something that I find so interesting is that, okay, so I don't know like how much to say, but my dad works for this company who was going to, and he had some like business meeting with another company, right? And this other company is something that they sell to, right? So is like a company that they sell to. Anyway, my dad kind of runs the social media for his company, and just because no one else does it, right? And so it's not that big of a deal, and he only does like one platform, which is not, you know, it's fine, it's nice. Anyway, so he was like, you have a camera, let's like, you know, get some shots of something, like, so that I can give this other company something to work for, or like work with, sorry, or like just like as kind of like a nice gesture, like, oh, like I wanted to post something, because he wanted to post something anyway, and then he was just like, I don't even know how to explain. So I shot some things and made a little video for them. He sent it to them because, again, it wasn't like they needed this video. It was just more like my dad wanted to do something for them. Anyway, so they got back to him and they were like, oh, so can we just like have the raw videos? And I'm like, okay, so one, that's like terrifying. My raw stuff is like all over the place. Also, you can hear my voice in the background because it was picking up audio, and I was just like, oh goodness, like joy, they're gonna have this. And then secondly, like it just, obviously like edited stuff is always going to look better. Like I don't really edit YouTube videos usually, like I don't like adjust them or anything like that. But for this video I did, and I'm just like, I really, like I don't know why are they asking for raw? Or my editing skills like just not that good? Like, which is fine, I'm an amateur, I literally know nothing about editing, like I just throw things together, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like I do this for a job yet or anything like that. I don't know if I ever will make YouTube or editing videos or anything like social media like that. Like, I don't know if I'll ever make that a job or if I'll like work for someone else in that or anything. I just don't know. It just kind of, I was kind of like, okay, is this like a good thing or is this like a bad thing? I don't really know. It's just kind of random. That was not on my notes app of like things that I wanted to talk about. It's just something that I was going to share. Let's talk about some music that I've been loving recently. Specific songs. Diet Pepsi, Addison Rae. Obviously, there's so much like, I feel like the lyrics and just kind of the vibes are like a little Lana Del Rey. Obviously not the style. but just something about it. And I think the music video too, it's just like a little Lana Del Rey like, but then it's like obviously like just like pop, and like it kind of feels like early 2000s vibes, or like 90s, or like I don't know. I just feel like all of these girls recently, like Sabrina Carpenter, Chaperone, Addison Rae, Nessa Barrett sometimes too. It's just I feel like they're scratching the itch in my brain of like when Britney Spears was, you know, all the rage. And like obviously I wasn't alive then. It's like similar vibes, just revamped a little bit and like twisted for 2024, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm here for it. I'm kind of loving it, and it's not necessarily like songs that I would listen to on a daily, but when I hear them, I'm like, oh, this is like kind of fun. Like this is kind of catchy. I feel like I'm in a movie. Like I feel like this is what I view like chick flicks to be like that kind of similar vibe. I don't know how to explain. I hope that makes sense to people. And like a similar song that like to Diet Pepsi is Passenger Princess by Nessa Barrett. Similar vibes of just kind of like pop princess, you know, this fun atmosphere. I don't really know how to explain other than that. Okay, and then Avery Anna, she's a little more country. My music taste is all over the spectrum. Yeah, so recently like country is a little bit of country, more like country pop, I feel like. So Party, Vanilla, and Lose You Again by Avery Anna. Her whole new album is honestly fire. It's so good. It is so good. But yeah, those specific songs I feel like I'm constantly listening to on repeat. I just love them so much. And then this is like gets more into country, but Hey Mom, I Made It and We Did by Sasha. I think is how you say it. It's S-A-C-H-A. Sasha? Maybe you kind of like soften the C there, like Sasha. I don't really know, but I like her music for the most part. Like she's like really cool. I like her music for the most part, and yeah, she just seems like a very cool person from everything that I've seen of her. I don't really know. I think she lives in Nashville, but I think she's Canadian originally, which is like funny because when I realized that, I was like, oh, like country is not just, and this sounds so bad, honestly, but I was just like, oh, like country is not like American. You know what I'm saying? Like I guess they are like United States of America. I guess there are people from Canada who like make country music, and like I guess that just didn't like ever hit me, which sounds kind of stupid. I guess that just makes me wonder, like, well, is there country music from like Great Britain or like Ireland? Do people there make country music that has like the twang to it that like, because I guess I just associate like country music with like America, like the United States, like South, West, you know? Also, that was my elbow on something. Don't get any thoughts in your head. I mean, maybe that does sound like stupid because recently I've been like, oh my goodness, Caitlin, you like say a bunch of like stupid things sometimes. But yeah, oh, low battery. That's actually probably a problem. So the rest of today, like I'm going, in a couple hours actually, I'm doing this like fair thing for some colleges and I'm just like helping out and just really random. But yeah, that is going on and I'm like kind of worried about it because I'm driving this minivan because I have to carry like an 8-foot table for like setup and stuff, but I'm also like driving someone, and this person that I'm driving, she's so nice, so sweet, but I also don't know how to talk to people that I don't like know very well. And I'm just a little worried about the drive because it's a fairly like decent drive and I just don't know how to talk to people. Recently I've woken up so incredibly tired, and sorry, this is such a tangent, such a random thing that I don't have written down either. I don't know what's wrong. I wake up every single day, okay, and I just feel like I could continue laying there and sleeping forever. So I don't really know why. I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with me because I used to be like, okay, once my alarm went off, like my body was ready to go. You know, maybe my brain wasn't ready, but like I was just ready to go. I could get up out of bed. And I say that because I feel like I'm not really a morning person, but I've never like had this struggle of like, oh, I just want to keep like sleeping, like I'll snooze. Like I don't allow myself to snooze an alarm clock because I won't get up. But recently it's just been like, I can't do it. Like I cannot continue on. And I'm like, I am 3 days away from moving into college. I cannot be like struggling with an alarm clock right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I haven't even started school, and like school's a big part of like my life right now, and like that's something that I need to like wake up for, and something that I need to have a schedule for, and like be routine in, and like I can't even wake up. Huh? Excuse me? I'm terrified. I really am terrified. So, woohoo. Not looking forward to 6 a.m. waking up, because the thing is, I have an 8 a.m. every single, I'm just gonna talk about my schedule. Why not? I have an 8 a.m. every single day, which is fine. But last year I got really, really spoiled because I didn't have a single 8 a.m. and I could sleep in usually till 8, and I would get ready, and I usually didn't have a class until 10. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I didn't even have a class at 10. On Tuesday, Thursday, I just had a class in the afternoon, both semesters. That's actually crazy now that I think about it. Like that just sounds so nice, but this year, oh my goodness. And then like, sorry, I can't stay on a single topic, but I'll get back to what this year's schedule is like. Back up, a couple days ago, I got this email saying that one of my classes closed, and it was like a major class, like a class for my major. So I had to redo my schedule a little bit, because the hard thing is that there's so many classes that are only available at specific times, and I'm like, and they're all available at that one specific time, and I'm like, come on, man, like I need something that's going to be a little more available, because I have to take all of these classes, and if they're all offered at the same exact time, I don't know what you're what you're doing. Sorry, I'm backing up because my camera was in direct sunlight, and so I think that's why it was a little peeved at me. I had to redo my schedule. Anyway, all that being said, now I have classes that Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I have an 8, 9, 10 a.m. And then Tuesday, Thursday, I have an 8 a.m. and a 1:30 p.m. So like, I'm not mad about it. I now have lunch every single day, which is so nice. And I have like some friends that are available every lunch. I have one friend Monday, Wednesday, Friday, another friend Tuesday, Thursday. So that will be great. I hate getting food alone. Well, actually, it's not that bad to get it to go if you have a destination to go to, getting it to go and then doing homework somewhere. But just sometimes it's like, that just gets a little boring, you know? And then sometimes if you don't really know what you're gonna do once you get the food, it's like, well now, like, what am I supposed to do now? It seems like a little sad to have to eat alone all the time, you know? So, but I think it's even worse though is eating dinners alone. Actually, well yeah, if I had to choose, I would rather get lunch alone than dinner. But I feel like dinner, if you have things going on in the evenings, then it's not that bad. So yeah, and then I work every day 3 to 5:30, 3 to 6, something like that every day. And yeah, so we'll see how that goes. And then on top of that, I am doing a study group for general biology, sorry, because yeah, I took it last year, my first semester, because I was a kinesiology major then, and now I'm just a kinesiology minor. A little more close up now. I'm so sorry. I just have to keep you guys in the shade. This girl camera, it's a little particular. Now I'm just a kinesiology minor. I can't remember where I left off with that thought. But yeah, I got asked to lead a study group, and it's like you're paired with someone, so it's really not that big of a deal. And also like it will be very nice because since I decided to minor in it now, I would have taken an anatomy class and physiology class last semester, but now I'm gonna have to take it not this semester but the next semester. So it'll just be like a nice review before I do something like that. Just how I've been feeling recently. I feel like the world is my oyster. Like, genuinely, I don't know if it's just because I've said yes to, you know, being a study group leader, and then I, you know, now have a job, even though it's like literally the most chill job on this planet Earth. I don't think I will ever again have such an easy job. Although I said that about the last job I had too. So I don't know. Anyway, I just feel like I'm accepting a lot of opportunities that have just come my way, and I'm like trying to keep in mind that like I can't commit to everything because that's just not healthy and that's not good. But I feel like I'm just trying to like keep an open mind to things and like accept things that are, you know, actual good opportunities for me and that will benefit me not only like now but in the future, and that I can also like speak into other people's lives and things like that. Like I just think that would be really cool. Yeah, and I love helping people, so I view the study group, and I also view my job because I work with, well, I work alone, but like I interact with like students and such. Like I'm just very happy about it all. I just feel like there's so many good things coming my way, and I'm very excited about this semester of school. I just feel like it's going to be so good. I had a friend reach out to me who's actually like going to be living next door, like somewhere in my building, and she was just like, I'm just so excited for the semester, and I feel the same way. Like I just have an overabundance of like happiness and joy when it's coming down to this semester. So I'm just very excited to see where things go. I'm very grateful for all the things that have come my way and have just popped into my life that I have been able to say yes to. You know, certain things, they do make me question like, well, you know, will I have time to just like take care of myself? But this is like something that I guess I want to talk about. Never seen that before. What am I saying? This topic is like a little more heavy or whatever, but whatever, it doesn't really matter. But I just recently felt like I've been living for fitness. Like I've been living so that I can work towards being skinny or being skinnier, being stronger, being ripped or whatever. Obviously I'm not that way. Obviously, which is fine, but I think like for so long I've just been living so that I can go work out, or living so that like with just like always thinking about working out on my mind, or always thinking about what I am eating, and always making sure that I'm like, you know, making healthy choices, whatever that even means. Like I feel like I don't even know what that even means at this point, because like I just feel so like numb to everything in a way. I've just like kind of slowly been thinking about how like I don't want to live to do all those things, and like that's not the purpose of living. Like I just want to be fit so that I can have a good life, and I don't really know like practically what that looks like, or like what steps I need to take or whatever to like get there practically. But I think just having the mental shift has been nice, because if I'm feeling really tired and lethargic one day, then like it probably means that my body's not really ready to work out, or that I need to just take a chill pill a little bit and like just go on a walk. Or, you know, like fitness doesn't have to look one specific way for someone. And obviously when there's other responsibilities and things that you have and other opportunities to take in life, then like your fitness and health is going to look so different, because you won't necessarily always have time to go to the gym. Maybe you'll have time for a walk though in the evening, or a run or something like that. It doesn't have to look one specific way. Like if you like swimming, or I don't know, or you just have an active lifestyle, like your job requires you to be active. Like, I don't know, just a bunch of things like are changing my perspective on like what healthy means. I'm sorry, I'm cracking my bag. So part of me is a little concerned, like, oh, well, when am I gonna have time to go like to the gym when I'm in school? But the thing is like I don't have to go every single day, and I don't have to like stress about if I'm busy one day not making it to the gym, or not, you know, setting time apart for a workout. You know what I'm saying? Like it can just be more natural than that. I'm just like excited to see how that all plays out. Like excited and also nervous. And also like we're eating completely differently when you go live in a dorm. The food options are completely different than what you're used to usually. And so just like things like that, I'm just very curious to see how that all plays out. Yeah, that sounds like I'm not in charge of like anything in my life. Like, oh, everything's just like happening to me. But you know, it's like some things you can't really like understand how you want to live out until you're there, and until you're like living it out, you know? Anyway, step by step, day by day, I just yeah, I think for a while I was like constantly, and I still am, you know, it's still an ever growing struggle, you know, a struggle that will persist, but because of just my upbringing, and not my upbringing, the way I grew up being as a child and all that, and even how I got into fitness and like working out and all that, I think I will never have a day that I don't like just think about the food that I'm eating in some ways, or like think about what my next meal will be, like constantly. Like obviously there's better days than others, like there's some days that I don't think about it as much, or like things like that. And I know a lot more people have a lot harder of a struggle than I do, so I don't want to diminish other people's problems and struggles that they go through in any way. That's not what I'm trying to do at all. But just for me personally, it's just like I feel like I'm in a better place though right now with not necessarily viewing food as the enemy or like something that I have to like constantly be in control of, but rather like viewing food as true fuel for my body to be able to just like continue doing the things that I need to do and want to do. And I think that's just come with like a busier schedule, because I feel like when I'm not doing things day to day, it's like I have a lot more ability to think on things and dwell on things that are, you know, a bit more negative and whatever. So I feel like when I have a schedule and when I'm like in a routine and I'm doing things throughout my day, it's like, and keeping myself busy in a way that brings like new thoughts into my head, or like just different thoughts into my head that are more positive. And maybe that's like a coping mechanism or whatever. Like I don't really care. Like I genuinely just don't care, because I think there is something to like, well, if you have negative thoughts, like replacing them with positive thoughts. Okay, I said it, whatever. I don't know if that's controversial or not. Like I just don't really care. I don't really want to hear that like, oh, you have a problem. Like I don't need to be told, okay? Which sounds horrible. I don't know. I know people are just doing their best. That's the thing. It's like everyone's doing their best in life. Like at least like they're trying to. And obviously there's people who need help because they don't realize that what they think is their best is actually not their best. Or maybe people realize they need help to continue or to get on a better path and things like that. But I feel like for the majority, most people are just trying to do what's right, you know, and do the right thing, you know? Anyway, I feel like I'm sitting so badly. Ugh. So yeah, anything else that I wanted to talk about? Yeah, I'm just very excited about this year. I'm excited about what it all entails, what all is gonna go on, what everything, you know, will feel like and be like with my schedule. And yeah, I'm just excited. I'm excited for my classes for the most part. Scared about the homework, to be honest. A lot of writing, I think. But I guess that kind of comes with getting a certificate in professional writing and having a communications major. I feel like kinesiology is like kind of chill because it's just like science, and you just have to be like semi like able to apply yourself to a science class. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of just like, it's not really like writing. It's just like you're there and you do the work and you learn and you put answers on a quiz or a test. You know what I'm saying? It's like you gather information. You're not necessarily gathering information to then write. I love science. I've been missing the thing that like math and science, they scratch this itch in my brain, you know? And I've been missing it. I've been missing it since I switched majors, but I'm happy to minor in kinesiology, and I might change my mind. See, the thing is that like I think I'm like so happy in this stage of life because I'm so okay with switching my mind or changing my mind and switching things up, and like I don't have to be right, and nothing has to be right or wrong. It can just be. And I'm like, this is great. Like this is great. Like some things don't have to be so like serious, and I'm just like really happy. Anyway, yeah, that's how I feel right now. Anyway, I'll probably get in the trenches in like week 3 and be like, why was I being so positive? You know, like where was the realism, Kaylin? And I'm just looking at the world with half full, not half empty. So yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day, and I hope that all of your dreams come true, and that you too can find happiness in your day-to-day life. Be thankful for something. That's a great way to be happy and to take the load off of the heaviness, you know? Is to find something to be grateful for. Anyway, Bye. I hope you have a marvelous day. Peace and love.